So welcome to this unit 3, ma. This is metrology, measurement and metallurgy subject. Unit 3 I am taking. So I am only discussing some 10 to 12 important questions. If unit is long, then it will be going to 14 to 15 questions. Don't mind. But short with diagrams I am explaining here, ma. So you can see this unit 3, ma. What is happening here is define the screw thread measurement. So totally this is a unit 3 about screw thread measurements. How to measure the screws now. So measuring the screws is very important here. So in order to measure screws, let me take this screw thread measurement. So screws having some threads, that threads have to be measured. See in the diagram I can show here. Let me take this red color. So here define screw threads. So here, this is one screw sample screw I have taken. This screw is having a pitch threads and pitches. What is the pitch difference is so 0.4 mm is there and a 2 mm diameter. This diameter is 2 mm and pitch means thread to thread is 0.4 mm into 50 mm length. This length is 50 mm. So by using scale also you can measure this one. So this is the measurement you can do. So manually you can do by using scale. Okay. So let me take the definition here. Screw threads are helical groups used for fastening. So fastening, tightening. Without the metal to metal, if you want to take you need threading only. Measurement ensures proper fitting and functioning should be done. So some function we want to do, or some fit we want to do, then only we are going to use this screws. In walls, we want to use this screws. Important, it is used for bolts, nuts and screws. So in bolts and nuts, some screws are used, bolting and nutting, fitting and tightening purposes. It also requires high precision. So it also done usually using special instruments and gauzes, gauzes here. So you can see this picture is totally shown here, screw threading. So this picture is showing you also the length 50 mm length thread picture and also diameter. So this is a clear that how a thread is measured in the first question. So let me take the second question. What it is telling is what is the elements of threading, so what is the elements of threading means generally pitch, length, major diameter, minor diameter. This many things will be there, but you have to remember any two to three you have to write in the exam. So here mainly you can see this is a thread. It is having this outer diameter is called as major diameter. This inside diameter is called as minor diameter. So you can write any two or three elements of thread. This means like I will write minor diameter, major diameter, and also I will write pitch. Pitch is nothing but difference between this. So you can see here what is a minor diameter, what is a major diameter. You can see So this is the largest diameter of the thread from here. This one from here to this point to this point. This is the major diameter. Minor diameter means this one. So this thread, minimum thread is measured here. In between this major and minor diameter, there is a pitch diameter. You can see. So the difference between this major and mid, which is also called as a depth. So this is the depth. The difference between this major and minor is called as upper deviation is called as depth. Lower deviation you can tell as pitch. So root this is also root. So this is a helical mass. You can see this is 45 degrees. Some angle is there. So if a angle is there, it is called as helix angle. So here pitch is shown. Thread angle means some angle between two successive nodes. Root is the core part of this threading. So crest is the highest part of the threading. So this define major diameter, largest diameter, minor diameter, smallest diameter, pitch, distance between two threads. Lead means distance moved in one revolution. So thread angle means angle between two flanks. Here thread angle is there. This is the thread angle. This is the pitch. You can see in the second question. So if I'm not wrong, I will take the next question. What are the errors in the screw threads? So generally errors in the screw threads is same shown in the above picture only. Pitch error, angle errors, diameter errors, lead errors. So what will happen is they will not fit properly. The fitting is problem. The performance of the threads is not good, means they will not hold the piece perfectly. So pitch errors is incorrect spaces because the pitch is not properly this one, incorrect spacing. Angle means wrong thread angles. Diameter errors means improper sizes. So this is also pitch is shown here in the y-axis. X-axis you will take the length of that. So helix angle is here. This is a drunken thread. This is two thread. This is true thread and drunken thread. That is the minimum basics of that question. So fourth question you can say measurement of screw threads. How do you measure ma means it can be answered in a simple way ma. Pitch, major diameter, minor diameter we can sell. So what is the pitch means you know already. Difference between major and minor diameter. What is major diameter means the largest diameter. So here we can see external threads measured by micrometers. Any external threading you want to this external threads are measured by this micrometers. Internal threads are measuring of flex gas. Three-wire methods used for accurate pitch diameters. Optical methods also used here. Ensures correct thread dimensions. So these are the screw thread measurements. Internal and external, very very important. A three-wire method is used here. So fifth question I am be taking ma. What is the screw thread gauges? So gauges is nothing but ma. What is the screw thread gauges means? This is the so basic diagram you can use anywhere ma. Major, minor diameter, major pitch diameter, crust, pitch, flank. These are the everywhere you can use, which is used to check the thread accuracy. So how much of threads are there? What are the types is flux, rings, and snap gauges. They are also based on the go and no go principles. So go is where it is entering easily. No go means it will not enter easily. So go and no go conditions. It has to this thread has to undergo go and not go. Means less than the readings of this thread, more than the readings of this. Two are inspected. Quick inspection method used in the mass productions. So generally screws are done in mass productions. So you are going to take the sixth question. What is gear measurement? What is a gear measurement? You can see here two gears are taken drawn like this. You have to draw in the exam. So two gears they are having their teeth. Okay. This central is pitch angle. Outside is major diameter. Inside is mean diameter. And also here a pitch circle is shown. The center to center distance you can show. This is a line of action. This one is. So any two or three things you can explain in the gear measurement. What happens? What is the use of gear measurement? It ensures proper gear functioning. So this gear has to meet the one crest of the gear should meet the other root of the gear. So the down part is root, the sharp part is crest. So this part of this crest is meeting with this root part of this gear, and and all the teeth will undergo the same process in a proper the power is transmitted through the teeth from this gear to this gear or this gear to this gear, vice versa. Involves checking tooth geometry. So we have to check the geometry also whether it is correct or not while manufacturing the teeth. It is important to power transmission. So power should be transmitted in a proper way means you have to follow all these calculations in the designing part, which also requires precise instruments. It also includes various measurements methods. So there are amazing measurements. This is the basic gear geometry. The seventh question I will be taking, what is the gear tooth terminology? Generally, gear tooth terminology means we have to show two gears. So these gears you can say, if you are taking it is having pitch circle, addendum, dedendum, module, pressure angle. Any 4 to 5 you have to write in the examination. You have to draw this diagram. So see center is a pitch circle. The center of this gearing is pitch circle. Upside is called as addendum. So A is upside only. D is downside. That is dedendum. So this one starting point of gear and one other starting point of it is called as circular pitch. So this is face. This is totally face width. How much of face width it is there? This is face. This is flank. So flank part is half part of this gear. Above is face. So face width is there. So this is the addendum circle, dedendum circle. We can write 2 to 3 parts in this gear tooth methodology. So pitch circle is definition is imaginary circle for gear size. So center is called as pitch circle here. You can see here pitch circle. Addendum is height above the pitch circle. This is the addendum, pitch circle. Dedendum, this is the dedendum, depth below the pitch circle. Module, size of the teeth. So what is the size of the teeth is called as one module. Next, pressure angle, the angle of force transmissions. So this is the pressure angles will be there here. Okay, that is showing for this angle of force, how much to be transmitted. Eighth question, if you are taking, what is the measurement of gear teeth, gear elements? So measurement of gear elements. So generally you can draw this diagram. I have already discussed minor diameter, major diameter, pitch, depth, third angle, pitch, any 4 or 5 you can say. So this is also here a pitch is there, spacing between teeth, backlash, gap between mating gates, profile, shape of the tooth, how much shape of the tools is there. So lead is alignment between tooth length. So this is a tooth length. What is the tooth length? Run out variation in the rotations. So all this is draw the diagram and explain any 2 to 3 things. Ninth question, what is gear tooth thickness measurement? How to measure thickness? Thickness generally is measured here. You can see in the diagram. So this is alpha, the center point. This is one, see, you can see here gear. This gear is measured by the circle. One circle is drawn here. Okay. So this center part is called as alpha. Okay, the center part is center to this outer distance. You can say alpha, and center to this here. The outer part of this one is called tan alpha. Okay. So this inside this is called as alpha. The angle between this gears alpha and tan alpha, P. This is called as P, tan alpha, alpha. And this outer side, this inner side, center point is center point to this diameter, inner diameter. This is mean diameter. This is outer diameter, outer, mean, and inner diameter. So 3 diameters. One is this inside angle, tan alpha, alpha. This 6 only angles, because thickness is tailing. This is measured using vernier tooth calipers. So we are using vernier calipers here to measure this one. And what is the method used is constant chord method. This is the constant chord method. And a base constant method also used, ensures uniform tooth thickness. So you have to see that thickness is uniform everywhere, important for smooth operation. So thickness should be same along all the teeth. Otherwise, it will be a problem in following the transmission of power. So 10th question I am taking, what is the diameter of gears? So what is the diameter of gear means? According to this, here from center, it is taken to the tip. This is called as tip diameter. Center, reference diameter. Inner diameter, tooth diameter. So 3 diameters are there, and this is the addendum, and this is the dedendum in the diameter gears. So diameter, if you want to tell, you have to tell about this 5 things. So go for the definition. Pitch diameter defines gear size only. How much of gear size is there? How much of big gear you are going to develop? Measured indirectly. They are measured indirectly. Depends upon module and number of teeth. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So number of teeth 7 are there. So it affects important for gear matching. So gears are going to be matching with each other, and also affects performance also. So with this, I am ending this unit 3. So I have told about diameter, gears, gear tooth methods, how to measure the thickness, how to measure the elements, gear terminologies I have told, and also this question gear measurement I told. Here screw thread terminology, maximum 1 question about screw terminology will come. Screw measurements, errors in the screw. So what are the elements? Major, minor diameter. This is the screw definitions. So totally this unit is about screw measurements, teeth measurements, tooth measurements. Hope I have covered the important questions in this unit 3, and hope it will be helpful for you in your examinations. And if any corrections in my videos, so please suggest me. I will be uploading in the next videos. Okay, thank you very much.